In this complete guide, I'll be walking you through the entire process to start a blog on Shopify. With Shopify, you can easily set up a blog for your online store and start creating engaging blog posts that grab customers' attention. Starting a blog on Shopify is one of the best ways to improve your store's SEO, connect with customers, boost traffic, and increase product sales. This video will guide you through each step to set up your new blog, and even how to use Shopify Magic AI to instantly generate relevant text for your blog posts on any topic. Simply follow along, and by the end of the video, you'll have a new blog for your online store that you can use to keep customers updated about your brand, promote products, or anything else you like. So now let's head over to Shopify and go over each step to set up a new blog for your online store. If you haven't joined Shopify yet, make sure you head over to learnwithjason.com or simply click the link in the video description to unlock your free trial. So once you get to Shopify, go ahead and log in. This should take you to your Shopify account dashboard. Here's where you can access everything you need to manage your online store. So to set up a blog for our online store, let's look at the menu on the left-hand side here and click the Online Store tab. This will open up a page where we can manage our Shopify store theme. But if we look at the menu on the left-hand side, we'll see there are some new menu options underneath the Online Store tab. One of these options should say Blog Posts. Let's click that now. This will open up a page where you can create and manage your blog on Shopify. We haven't added any blog posts yet, so the page is blank. So let's get started by clicking the Create Blog Post button here. And this should take us to a page where we can create our first blog post. This will be the first post for our new blog. So if you like, feel free to just make it an introductory post for your brand. But let's take a look at some other blog topics that you may want to use for future posts. For your Shopify blog, you can make blog posts highlighting a specific product, sharing customer stories, showing a behind-the-scenes glimpse into your business, exploring trends related to your niche, providing outfit inspiration or gift ideas, or anything else that you think your readers would like. When writing blogs, post relevant content, be creative, and remember to have fun. So as you can see from the menu here, we can easily add a new blog post by adding a title, the content for the blog, a featured image, and the other options here. So for my blog post, let's get started by adding my title. For your title, you want something that clearly explains what your blog post is about, is attention grabbing, and includes good keywords for SEO. For my example blog post, I want to make a post providing a seasonal color guide for clothes. Although this clearly explains what my blog post is about, I think it can be a lot more attention grabbing. So to come up with a better title, let's go over how to use Shopify Magic AI. To use Shopify Magic for my title, let's click the little stars icon at the top right here. This will open up a menu where you can use artificial intelligence to generate your blog title. To generate my title, let's just add what my blog post is about in the text field here. After you describe your blog post, if you like, you can then use the drop-down menu at the bottom left to select a tone for your title. There are several options to choose from, and you can even enter a custom tone. But for this example, I think I'll just leave it on expert. So after you describe your blog post and select the tone, go ahead and click the Generate button at the bottom right. And after a few seconds, you'll have several AI-generated title options that you can select from. For my title, I think I'll go with the one here that says Unlock the Power of Seasonal Colors for Your Wardrobe. When you select a title, it'll be added to the title section in your blog post editing menu. From here, feel free to make any changes that you like, but for my title, I'm just going to leave it as is. So let's move on to the next section here where we can add the content for our blog post. If you select the text field here, you can simply start typing the content that you want to add for your blog post. This will be the main part of your blog post where you add all the details and information. If you're a good writer, feel free to write your blog post yourself. But for those that need help like me, we can use Shopify Magic AI. To use artificial intelligence to write my blog post, let's click the Shopify Magic Generate Text icon here. This will open up a menu where we can use AI to generate our blog content. In the text field here, simply type in what your blog post is about. For my blog content, I'm going to ask the AI to write a blog post about seasonal colors in fashion and explain the best colors to wear for each season of the year. And after you describe what your blog is about, you can use the drop-down menu here to select the tone for your blog. For my blog content, I want it to have a playful tone. So after you've described your blog content and selected a tone, go ahead and click the Generate button at the bottom right. And after a few seconds, The Shopify Magic AI will provide you with a full blog post that you can edit and use. And this isn't just one or two sentences, but a full blog post about the topic that you described. Feel free to read over the text, and if everything looks good, go ahead and click the Keep button at the bottom right. And your AI-generated text will be added to the content section of your blog post. From here, you can easily edit the content any way that you like. My blog post should be about seasonal colors in fashion. So let's read some of the text here and see what the AI came up with. It says, "Are you tired of wearing the same old colors year-round? Do you want to spice up your wardrobe with some seasonal flair? Well, you're in luck. This blog post will guide you through the best colors to wear for each season of the year. Get ready to be the most stylish person in the room." It then goes into each season, with spring being the pastel paradise, summer being bright and bold, fall being earthy tones, and winter being cool and chic. So after generating your text with AI, make sure you read over the entire thing and make any changes that are needed. And using the content toolbar up top here, you can easily customize your text by adding bold, italics, bullet points, change your text color, or anything else you like. This is a great way to add some personality to your text and make it more attention grabbing. You can also separate sentences and add headings to make your blog post more easy to follow and more fun to read. So now that I've finished formatting my text, let's go over how to add media to my blog post. Using the icons on the right-hand side of the content toolbar here, we can easily add an image or even a video to our blog post. For my blog post, I want to add a banner to the top, so let's make a space above my text. Then click the Insert Image icon from the content toolbar. This will open up a menu where you can view all the images that you've previously uploaded to Shopify and where you can upload new images as well. To upload the banner for my blog post, let's click the Add Images button at the top here. I can then find and open up the image that I want to use for my banner. For the best results, any image that you add to your blog post should be in JPG format. This will give you a good quality image and be a small enough file size to load fast on the page. So once your image finishes uploading, make sure you have it selected, then click the Done button at the bottom right. And my new banner image has been added to the content section of my blog post. If you need to resize your image, simply select it and drag the corner. And I also want to align my banner to the center. So from the toolbar up top, let's select the Align icon and select Center Align. And my banner has been centered. So for your blog content, feel free to edit your text, add more images, or anything else you need to create the perfect blog post. So for my seasonal colors for clothes blog post, I think the content looks pretty good. So now that I'm finished adding my blog content, let's go over how to add a featured image. The featured image will be the main image for your blog post and will be shown in several areas where your blog is posted. The featured image section should be on the right-hand side of your blog content. If I click the Add Image button here, you'll be able to search your device and find and open up the image you want to use. I'm using a square image in JPG format. When you select your image, you'll see it appear in the featured image section. Also, the top and bottom of the image may be cut off in some locations, so you want to make sure all the important elements are in the center here. So now that I've added my featured image, let's scroll down underneath my blog content and add my blog excerpt. Here's where you can add a summary of your blog post that will appear on your homepage and your blog's main page. So to add my blog summary, let's click the Add Excerpt tab at the top right here. For your excerpt, you can add text and also images and other formatting elements as well. But keep in mind, if you don't add a blog excerpt, then part of your blog post content is displayed instead, without any images or formatting. So after you finish adding your excerpt, let's scroll down and go to the Search Engine Listing Preview section. Here's where you can edit the text that's displayed in the search engine results for your blog post. In the search engine results, customers will be able to see the title, your website link, and the description that you add. To optimize your search engine listing, you want to make sure to add descriptive titles and descriptions, and include relevant keywords and keyword phrases for your blog post. So to edit my search engine listing preview, let's click the Edit Website SEO tab at the top right. You'll then see 3 text fields appear where you can edit your title, your description, and your link URL. The sections will be filled in by default with information from your blog post, but I'm going to change the text a bit to optimize it for the search engine. For our titles, the first 70 characters will be displayed, and for our description, the first 320 characters will be displayed. With this in mind, try to keep your text under these limits, or your text may be cut off when displayed in the search engines. So for my title, I'm going to make it a bit shorter and include my keyword of seasonal colors. This will be the main keyword phrase that I'll be targeting in my search engine listing preview. When you change your text, you should see it update in the preview up top as well. So I've added an easy to read title that includes my keyword. So now let's move on to my description. When adding your description, there's a few things you want to keep in mind to optimize it for search engines. You want to use clear language so the search engine knows what your blog post is about. You also want to make sure to use good keywords and keyword phrases that are related to your blog post. The main keyword for my blog post is seasonal colors, and you can see that I've included it in the title and in several places in my description as well. So after you add your description, you can then move down and edit your URL and handle. This will be the web address that people use to get to your blog post. By default, your website handle will be your blog post title, but we can update this if we like. I want to make my handle shorter and also make sure it includes my main keyword. And keep in mind, you can't use spaces, so you can separate words using a dash. So I'm finished editing my search engine listing preview. So let's scroll back up a bit and look on the right hand side and go to the organization section. Here's where we can create or select the blog to add our blog post to and where we can add our tags. If we select the blog drop down menu here, it'll open up a menu where we can view all the blogs that we've created and where we can create a new blog as well. If this is your first blog post, go ahead and select the Create a New Blog tab and you'll see a field appear where you can add a blog title. Simply enter a title for your blog, and when you publish your blog post, the post will be included in your new blog. On Shopify, you can have several different blogs, which comes in handy if you're posting on different topics. But for my blog post, I want to add it to a blog that I've previously created, so let's delete this blog title here. I can then go back to the blog drop-down menu and select my Quantum Designs blog. The next thing we can do from the organization section here is add our blog tags. To add your tags, you can type them in individually or type them all in separated by commas. When you select the text field, you'll also see a drop-down menu with frequently used tags that you can select from. Tags are like keywords for your blog that can be used to organize your blog posts into categories or by subject. Customers can also click your tags to help them easier navigate your blog posts. If I have several posts about seasonal colors, for example, viewers can click my seasonal colors tag and view all the blog posts. So now that I've added my tags, let's scroll back up to the top of the page and go over how to publish our blog posts. If you look at the top right here, you should see the visibility section. Here's where we can make our blog post visible, hidden, or set it to publish at a future date. By default, each new blog post is set to hidden. This allows us to edit and save without publishing. And if you're ready to publish your blog post now, you can set it to visible. And when you select the visible option, you should see the current time and date. And if you wanted to schedule your blog to post at a future date, you could click the Set Visibility Date tab at the bottom here. This will display a menu where you can select the date and the time you want your blog post to publish. If I click the top field here, it'll display a calendar that I can use to select my date. And using the bottom field, I can select the time I want the blog post to publish. With this, you could easily bulk create blog posts and schedule them throughout the month. But for my blog post, I want to publish it now, so let's select the Visible tab. So now that I've created my blog and selected to make it visible, let's scroll all the way down to the bottom and click the Save button. And your new blog post should now be published and visible in your online store. So let's use the View tab up top here to head over to my online store and see how my seasonal colors blog looks. And here's my new blog post. As you can see, the first thing that's shown is my featured image. Below this, we have my blog post title, then my banner image, and the blog content. Everything is well formatted and spaced out evenly, so it should be easy for viewers to read when they visit my website. And when the blog preview is viewed in search engines or even in social media posts, the text I added for my search engine listing preview should be displayed. So now let's head back over to our Shopify dashboard and go over how to manage your blog posts. From the online store section in the menu on the left hand side, let's go back to the blog posts tab. So once you start adding blog posts to your Shopify store, you'll be able to view and manage them all here. At the top, we can see the blog post that I just created. If you select one or more blogs, you can use the Action tab on the right hand side to publish your blogs, unpublish your blogs, add or remove tags, or delete the blog posts. And if you wanted to add a new blog post, you could use the button up top here. And if you click the Manage Blogs tab up top here, you can manage all the different blogs that you've created for your Shopify store. So far, I've only created one blog, so all my blog posts are being added to my Quantum Designs blog. You could also add a new blog from here by clicking the Add Blog button at the top right. You can then add a title for your blog and even the search engine listing preview and select how your comments will be managed. And once you're finished, go ahead and click the Save button at the bottom right. And your new blog should now be created. Let's click the back button to go back to the Manage Blog menu. And as you can see, I now have 2 blogs that I can start adding blog posts to. This is great if you're posting about different topics and you want to keep your blog posts organized. But I only need one blog for my store for now. So let's select my example blog, then click the Actions tab on the right hand side and click to delete it. Also from the Manage Blogs menu here, if you go to one of your blogs, then click the View Blog button on the right hand side. This will take you over to your online store where you can view all the blog posts that are included in your selected blog. And at the top here, we can even see the tags that we added for our blog. Viewers can easily select a tag and view all the blog posts related to that topic. So now let's head back over to our Shopify dashboard and go over how to add a link to our blog to the main menu of our online store. So to edit your main menu, let's look at the menu on the left hand side here. Go to the online store section and click the navigation tab. This will take you to the navigation page where you can edit and create menus for your online store. In the section here, you can view all the menus that you've currently created. And if you wanted to create a new menu, you could use the Add Menu tab at the top here. But for this example, I'll just be adding the blog tab to my main menu. So let's select my main menu here. This will open up a page where I can edit my main menu. In the Menu Items section, you can see all the different tabs that are included in your menu. I want to add a link to my blog as a new tab. So let's go down to the bottom here and click the Add Menu Item tab. This will open up a menu where I can add a name for my new tab and add the link where I want to send the viewer to. So for my menu tab, let's just name it Blog. And if you click the link field here, it'll open up a menu where you can select where you want to send the viewer to. In the list here, you should see a tab that says Blogs and one that says Blog Posts. I want to add a link for my Quantum Designs blog, so let's select the Blogs option. You'll then see a list of all the blogs that you've created. I've only created my Quantum Designs blog, so let's select that now. So once you've named your menu item and selected the link, go down to the bottom right and click the Add button. And my new blog tab has been added to my menu. If you like, you can also arrange your menu tabs by clicking and dragging the icon to the left of each menu item. Feel free to arrange your blog tab and your other tabs any way that you like. For my blog tab, I'm going to leave it at the end. So once you got everything exactly the way you want it, go ahead and go up to the top here and click the Save button. And my main menu has been updated. So let's go back to the Online Store tab. And from here, let's click the View Your Store button up top to head over to my Shopify store and check out my new menu. So if we look at my main menu at the top, we can see the Blog tab has been added to the end. And when someone clicks it, they'll be taken directly to my Quantum Designs blog. This allows anyone to easily browse my blog posts when visiting my online store. So the next thing we're going to go over is how to add a blog post preview section to your Shopify homepage. So for my homepage here, I want to add a blog post preview section right above my newsletter sign up. So to do this, let's head back over to our Shopify dashboard. From your dashboard, make sure you're on the Online Store tab. From the Themes menu here, let's look at the right hand side of the page and click the Customize button. This will open up your theme's customization menu where you can add new sections to your Shopify theme. To add the blog preview section to my homepage, let's go over to the menu on the left hand side and go to the Template section. To add the blog preview to my homepage, let's go all the way down to the bottom of the template menu and click the Add Section tab. This will open up a menu where you can view all the different sections that you can add to your theme. In the search bar up top here, let's type in blog. From the search results, you should see a tab that says Blog Posts. Go ahead and click that now. And you should see the blog post preview added to your theme preview on the right. Using the menu on the left, we can customize our blog post section. This includes things like changing your color scheme, adjusting your spacing, or changing the layout of your blog posts. But to edit the content that's displayed in our blog post preview, let's go down to the blog section. Using the top field here, you can change the heading for your blog post section. Since I plan to display my Quantum Designs blog, let's name it Quantum Designs Blog Posts. You can then adjust your heading size and alignment if you like. But to add our content, let's go down to the Select Blog button. If we click this, it'll open up a menu that shows all the blogs that you've created on Shopify and where you can create a new blog if you like as well. So for my blog post preview section, let's select my Quantum Designs blog. When you select your blog, you should see the content populate in the preview on the right. If everything looks good, go ahead and go down to the bottom and click the Select button. If you continue scrolling down on the menu, you'll have other options here such as adjusting your image ratio, selecting what information to show, how many posts to show, how many posts per row, and more. For my blog post section, I'm going to use the slider bar here to have it show 4 posts per row. When I make any adjustments, I should see it update in the preview on the right as well. So feel free to customize your blog post section as much as you like. And once you're finished, go ahead and click the back button to go back to the theme editor main menu. So I've added my blog post section to my homepage, but by default, it's displayed at the bottom of the homepage. Like I said earlier, I want it to be displayed right above my newsletter, so let's go over how to move it now. From the menu on the left-hand side, let's go over to the blog post tab and click and drag the icon on the left-hand side of the tab to move it wherever you like. I'm just going to move mine up a bit and put it right above my newsletter sign up. And my blog post section has now been moved. I have my newsletter here, and right above it is my Quantum Designs blog post. So once you're finished adding and customizing your blog post section, go ahead and go to the top right and click the Save button. And my changes have been saved, and my blog post section should now be visible on my homepage. Let's click the back button to exit the theme editor. So to wrap up, let's click the View Your Store button at the top right and head over to my Shopify store to check out all the changes that we've made. So in my main menu here, I have a blog link that will send visitors directly to my Quantum Designs blog. And if we scroll down my homepage a bit, we can see my blog posts preview section. Here I'm displaying several blog posts from my Quantum Designs blog that customers can easily click to read. And here's the blog post that we created earlier with my featured image, my title, my banner, and the rest of my blog post content. So that's a quick overview of how to start a blog on Shopify. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.